everyone, we're going to solve for x for these trigonometric equations on the domain 0 to 2 pi. This shouldn't have an equal here, so this should just be less than, and write down the general form of the solutions. Hopefully by now that you know your unit circle. Usually when you're solving these you don't quite know it all the way, so I went ahead and put the unit circle on this, and we're going to solve these 4 problems. So we get started. We have this first one, so we want to solve for x. So I'm going to put my cosines on the left side of the equation, so subtract 5 cosine of x on both sides. So that goes away, and you get 2 cosine of x equals square root of 3. And then cosine of x equals square root of 3 over 2. Remember, cosine is your x value. So if you go look at the unit circle, where is cosine square root of 3 over 2? It's right here. And cosine is their x. Remember, this is your x. It's also going to be here, because cosine is positive in quadrant 1 and 4. So our solutions are, and since they said from 0 to 2 pi, we have to write this in radians. So our solution sets are going to be pi over 6 and 11 pi divided by 6. Alright, the next one is this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract sine of x from both sides. So you subtract one of these. I'm going to also subtract 2 from both sides. So basically the sine of x goes away because we're subtracting. You get 4 sine of x, and then you have 0 here. 0 minus 2 is negative 2. So you have sine of x equals negative 2/4, or sine of x equals negative 1/2. We know that sine is your y, so we're looking at the y values, and also sine is negative, or y is negative, in quadrants 3 and 4. So that's going to be, where's our y? Right here and right here. So that's going to give us 7 pi over 6 and 11 pi divided by 6. Alright, and the next one, we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. Divide by square root of 2. Now, when you rationalize this, rationalize the denominator, you get negative square root of 2 divided by 2, because that's what the unit circles looks like. So we want to know where cosine is negative square root of 2 over 2. Well, we know cosine is your x values, and also cosine is negative in quadrant, or your x values is negative in quadrant 2 and 3. So here's your x right here and right there. So that would be 3 pi over 4 and 5 pi divided by 4. Alright, and this one, we're going to subtract 3 tan from both sides. So that's going to give you tan of x. And we're also going to subtract 7 from both sides. So that's going to be negative 1. Now, we know that tan is y over x. So we want to know when you divide y over x, and we're looking at these coordinates here, where do you get negative 1? We also know that tan is negative in quadrants 2 and 4. So we want the numbers to be the same. So where they're the same is right in here. Here and here. Because when you divide those two numbers, you're going to get negative 1. So our values, our answer is 3 pi over 4 and 7 pi divided by 4. Okay, and next, or that's it. All right, that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.